Hello and welcome to Sing It to the World. My name is Daria, I'm a singer and a vocal coach, and today we're looking at the differences between chest voice, head voice and mixed voice. But not just the differences in resonance and where these sounds feel, but we're also gonna look at what exactly is going on at the vocal fold level. So in your voice, on a physical level, what is going on when you use these registers. Stay tuned and let's get straight into it. So to make things a little bit more interesting for you, I made you a little table. Now let's have a look at it together and I'm going to explain to you every single detail that I've put into that table. So we've got chest voice and I've put 100% approximately of vocal fold closure, along with vocal fold shape being short and thick, with resonance feeling being grounded, feeling in the chest and in the throat, with a syllable mum. I'm going to explain this in a minute. And the tone description, I've put full, powerful and connected. So let's break this down. What is chest voice? Chest voice is the voice I'm speaking with right now. Chest voice is your speaking voice. It's bright, it's resonant, it's full, it's loud most of the time. And this is your chest voice. I would probably say that chest voice is the most used vocal register among singers across the world. Now let's have a look at vocal fold closure column. What's going on there? I've put approximately 100%. Why is that? As I said, it's quite loud, yeah? So that means that your vocal folds are coming together really, well, to create that loud sound. The more your vocal folds come together, the more fully, they come together, the louder the sound will be. And most of the time, it's safe to say that on chest voice, we can be quite loud. Now, vocal fold shape on chest voice is usually quite short and thick. Here's how it works. Your vocal folds are short and thick, so they have quite a lot of fold mass, it's called, on the lower notes. So right now I'm talking, it's quite low. I would say it's mostly on a lower, in the lower range of my voice. So it's safe to say that my vocal folds right now are short and thick when I'm talking. As I go higher, the vocal folds will thin out, become longer, Become longer and thinner. A good representation of this would be just like, take this for example, that's just a resistance band. So short and thick, let's just say that. As we go higher, my vocal folds will be stretching out and getting thinner and longer, and then we're back to short and thick. Do you see what I mean? And this is exactly what's going on here in your voice when you go from low notes to high notes. Now, a very important point here is that chest voice actually is a very wide range of notes. So for example, my comfortable starting chest voice note would be E3. There, that is probably today my comfortable first chest voice note. Chest voice is a very versatile register because you can actually go quite high on chest voice and you can belt on chest voice quite high up. Now, let's say A4. Yeah! That's a chest voice belt, You might say to me, well, Daria, it's not actually short and thick anymore, is it? No, it's not, and you'll be right. My vocal folds at this stage are a bit more stretched, aren't they? Because they want to reach that note, so they stretch out to make sure that this happens. But not too much, not like they stretch out, let's say, on head voice, where it's really high up. So the higher we go, the more stretched your vocal folds will be. But most of the time, because of that mass, because of that loud sound, because that is quite loud, isn't it? That means that your vocal folds still have a lot of mass there. And that closure, that full vocal fold closure, is what gives your chest voice this really powerful sound. Now, with regards to your resonance feeling, where does it feel? Chest voice is called chest voice for a reason. It feels like it's all resonating here in your chest, and it feels very grounded, doesn't it? And it's also kind of like throat sort of region, throat area, chest area, feels grounded. Important point here is that nothing is actually resonating in your chest. This is just a feeling, Your voice doesn't go there. It's just a feeling. And generally thinking about where does the voice feel can be very helpful when learning to sing. Now, how do we find your chest voice? I love using the sound mum, mum, mum. So say that with me. Mum, mum, mum. Yeah? Mum, 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 mum. Give me a little sing. Mum, 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 mum. Let's go a bit higher. Mum, 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 mum. Very nice. Mum, 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 mum. Nice. I'm gonna leave you an exercise called mum, 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 okay, in the description below for your chest voice practice. However, if you feel like the notes are getting too high, of course you can switch. Yeah, you can switch to your head voice, to your mixed voice, whatever you prefer. Right, so give that a go for me. Mum, 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 mum. Let's go. Mum, 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 mum. Give me one more. Mum, 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 mum. Very good. So this exercise just gives you an idea of where your chest voice is. Sometimes people struggle, from my experience, yeah, I've taught many singers throughout the years, and sometimes what can be a struggle is going back from, let's say, head voice back into chest voice, okay, like in a song. So what you do is you say it first. Say it first. Mum, 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 yeah? Mum, mum, mum. I'm speaking it. My speaking voice, remember, yeah? Mum, mum, mum. Very good. Then you sing it on a comfortable pitch. Mum, 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 mum. Okay, yeah? Mum, 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 mum. And then you sing the actual melody. And you can do the same thing with the lyrics. Now, what about tone description? Well, as I said earlier, it feels quite powerful, doesn't it? Feels full and feels connected. Full, powerful, and connected is what I would say about chest voice. And it's connected because your vocal folds are coming together fully. This is what connection is about, feels connected. To sum up, chest voice is your speaking voice. The vocal fold closure is quite strong. It's full vocal fold closure. Let's call it 100%. Vocal fold shape is short and thick. However, it can stretch a little bit towards the higher chest voice range. The resonance feeling is grounded. It feels like it's resonating in your chest area, in your throat area. The syllable to find your chest voice is mum, mum, mum. And the tone is quite full, powerful, and connected. Let's talk about head voice. Head voice is this high, floaty kind of light voice. It's very different to chest voice, isn't it? Complete opposite. So the vocal fold closure level, I would say we're at about 50%. Why is that? Remember I told you that your vocal folds stretch out on higher notes, yeah? So we went there, okay, then that's your head voice. Stretched out. Your vocal folds aren't coming together as much anymore. They're losing mass. And it's not a bad thing, losing mass. It sounds a bit dramatic, doesn't it? No, it's not at all. So they're only losing mass because they're not thick anymore. So they stretch out, they become thinner, hence why they're losing mass, okay? But that lack of mass is giving us that really light and floaty sound. So vocal fold closure is at around 50%. Your vocal fold shape is long and thin. Now, something important to tell you is that head voice can also be very strong if you work on your resonance properly. And resonance is feeling very high up, kind of floaty. It's almost like it feels like right there, your head voice. This is why it's called head voice, because it feels like it's resonating somewhere around your head area. But again, nothing is actually resonating here in your head. It's just a feeling, but a very helpful one. The syllable that I like using for head voice, and actually falsetto too, I very often put head voice and falsetto in one category just because falsetto is a very breathy version of head voice, okay? So you can think of them as kind of the same thing. You just know that falsetto is breathier. Now, I like the sound coo coo coo. Try this for me. Coo coo coo. Yeah, nice and light. Coo coo coo. It's almost like a fluty kind of feeling, isn't it? So for the tone description, we'll have light, airy, and sometimes breathy or fluty as well. Now let's try and sing an exercise using our head voice. So let's go from here. So you've got coo 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 coo. That's That's my light head voice, okay? It's very actually good to sing low on head voice. Very good for your voice. It blends your registers. So if you want, you can start on your head voice. I recommend it. If you don't, you can start on your chest voice. Coo, coo, coo. And then you can switch. Yeah, it's up to you. So let's go. Coo, 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 coo. Give me one more. Coo, 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 coo. Lovely. Think of that. Resonance feeling is incredibly helpful. Use it, okay? Show yourself. Where are you going? I'm gonna leave you this exercise in the description below. And most of the time, whenever I mention an exercise in one of my how to sing lessons or in any videos on this channel, I do have all the tracks up on the channel already. There's a ton of tracks for your vocal warm-up, so go ahead to playlist section of this channel and check them all out. Give them a sing, yeah, give them a try. I will leave you the coo 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 exercise in the description below. So let's sum up. Head voice, approximately 50% of vocal fold closure, yeah? They're not doing that anymore like they do on a chest voice. They're doing that. Do you see there's a little bit of air, yeah, going through your vocal folds. Then we have long and thin vocal fold shape. We have high up, kind of floaty head, yeah, resonance, feeling. The sound we're gonna use to find head voice is coo coo coo. And the description of the tone is light, airy, sometimes breathy or fluty. Let's have a look at mixed voice. Mixed voice register, an incredible blend of chest voice and head voice. This is why it's called mixed voice. Mixed voice has got the strength of chest voice paired up with the brightness of head voice. And this is why it's so essential for us singers to learn how to use it. You can easily belt on mixed voice because mixed voice can be very, very strong as well. Mixed voice can be chesty, can be heady. And if you are interested in a full mixed voice video, please let me know in the comments below and I'd happily do a lesson for you on just mixed voice and how to find it. Before we find our mixed voice, let's have a look at what's going on at the vocal fold level, yeah? So vocal fold closure, remember, chest voice we had 100% full vocal fold closure. Head voice we had 50%, yeah? Like this. Now, mixed voice will be around 70%, however it varies, okay? Because if it's more chesty, it'll be more. If it's more heady, it'll be less, okay? So it's a bit more than head voice, right? Because that is what's given it its power. Because you have a bit more fold closure there. Your vocal folds are coming together a bit more to give you more volume basically there. However, they're also stretching, yeah, and thinning. This is why we can't have 100% vocal fold closure there. We just can't, okay? It's physically impossible. This is why 70% is probably a good number that will give you an idea of how much your vocal folds are closing during mixed voice. Now, as I said, your vocal folds will be stretching. So when we look at vocal fold shape, I'd say they're mid-length, yeah, they're stretching. We're going up to head voice now, yeah, and they're thinning out. Not as much as on head voice, but they're getting there, okay? They're getting there. Resonance on mixed voice is very interesting because it's not kind of grounded feeling of chest voice. It's also not that light, floaty head voice. It's somewhere in the middle. Yes, you guessed it right. Absolutely. This is why it's called mixed voice. It's somewhere in the middle. It will be very forward. It will be very bright. It will feel right here somewhere. It will feel in the mask. It's mask resonance. This is the official vocal term. Mask is basically your face, so it'll feel right here in your face. Now, the sound I love using when training mixed voice is gi, gi, gi. Give it a try for me. Gi, gi, gi. Just say it in a comfortable pitch. Gi, 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 gi. Very nice. Now, how do we get there? That is always the question. How do I find my mixed voice? So I always suggest go from your head voice. So you know how we went coo, 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 yeah, there. Switch it to gi, gi, gi. Yeah, we're on head voice right now. Head kind of resonance, yeah, feeling. So we want to basically go from that head resonance, gi, yeah, your head voice. We want to move it here somewhere to the front, to the mask. Gi, 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 gi. That's your mixed voice. So you're kind of dialing it, aren't you? You're dialing the mixed voice in. So how do you do it? There's a combination of things. So you need to absolutely visualize it. That helps massively. Show yourself where is it that the sound is going. We know it's not actually going physically anywhere. It's just a feeling, but it's a very helpful one. Now, you need to start engaging your support. Why? We need a bit more air pressure so that your vocal folds come together a bit more. Remember, we want to go from 50%, yeah? Vocal fold closure, into the 70%, into the 70%. So how do we do it? We just add a bit of support there, okay? A bit of oomph. Give me a bit of oomph, okay? So I need you to tense your abs a bit. That's it, simply saying, okay? But a little bit, not crazily. Don't squeeze, okay? No. This is just, we're just finding your vocal power here, okay? So try this for me. Just tense it a little bit, yeah? Feeling it? Good. Now relax it again. Just chill, chill, chill. And now we're going from and then you slowly, as you move your hands, yeah? As you move the sound forward, you're going to start slowly tensing your abs. But listen to what are you hearing. Is it enough? Does it sound too tense? Because that might be then too much support, okay? Be analytical. Right, let's go. Lovely. Well done. You're on your mixed voice. That's it. So that combination of moving the resonance into the front, yeah, making it forward placement, and adding your support, adding your oomph, adding a bit of strength to it, because you need to make your vocal folds come together a bit more. Head voice, we've got 50%, mixed voice, we've got 70%. So you do need to dial it up a bit, yeah, a little bit. This is what your support's doing. Do you see what I mean? I really hope so. Now, tone-wise, what are we hearing? It's balanced. It's strong, but it's not heavy, is it? For example, let me give you an example. I can sing this note B4, and you can do that too. You can find your own note on chest voice, head voice, and mixed voice. Check this out. So you've got, yeah! That's a chest voice belt, okay? Very loud, very powerful, 100% closure, thick vocal fold mass, yeah? Really loud, lots of power there. Now let's sing that on head voice. Yeah! Lovely. Clearly 50% of vocal fold closure, not 100% anymore, is it? Absolutely. Different resonance feels up there, doesn't it? Yeah. Now, mixed voice. Yeah! Feels forward, doesn't it? Not there, not grounded, right here. Yeah! Your oomph is a bit more active than on head voice. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is how you can really understand and explore the differences between the three registers. You can go on where your break note is. So for example, for me, it's B4 to C5 is usually my break into the head voice or mixed voice. And you can choose one note, B4, we just did B4, and do it on all three registers so that you can really understand the difference, okay? Give that a try for me. Now that we've looked at all these three registers in detail, I suggest let's look at some song examples too. As you probably guessed from looking at the thumbnail of this video, my chest voice example to you is Adele, and specifically Set Fire to the Rain. I have done a very detailed lesson on how to sing Set Fire to the Rain by Adele. It's up here on Sing It to the World. Make sure to check it out after this lesson. Now, let's have a look. So, you've got strong chest voice going on in the song, and chest voice belts too in the chorus. So remember, yeah, vocal folds short and thick on lower notes, yeah, they stretch a bit towards the higher chest voice range, but they are short and thick for most of it because there's mass, there's volume, there's a texture, yeah, that feels quite full and connected. So check this out. Remember the mum, yeah? So we've got, you've got mum, 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 mum. Let's just say that, yeah? Mum is just an example of how you can get to chest voice, okay? It just gives you an idea. Now when you try it with the lyrics, you're like, okay, yeah, I know where my chest voice is. So we go, I let it fall, my heart, and as it fell, yours to claim it. That's your chest voice, okay? Throughout. Now if we go a little bit further on, you've got, but I set fire, chest voice, belt. A4. Now that is higher, but it still's got lots of mass, yeah, lots of strength, lots of power. So your vocal folds are still coming together 100%, okay? They're not that thin and stretched like on a head voice, for example, to not come together 100%, to come together 50%, yeah? Do you see what I mean? For head voice and falsetto example, I of course went with Billie Eilish, and specifically the song called Chihiro. However, Billie Eilish uses head voice and falsetto all the time. It's quite a prominent vocal register for her. Now what do we remember about head voice? We remember that vocal folds come together just 50%, yeah? It's not as strong as on chest voice, and it feels somewhere there, yeah, we've got the coo 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 kind of feeling, remember? Yeah? And if we look at the chorus of Chihiro, which is did you take my love away from me? That's your lyric. So we've got coo 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 coo. Gives you an idea where it is, yeah? It's not there, it's not your mixed voice, it's not grounded, is it? It's floaty, it's up there somewhere. And now when you've done the coo coo coo, yeah, you can really feel where your head voice is, and then you can sing it with the lyrics. Did you going all the way up to F sharp 5, quite high up. And that is a very good example of how you actually can build up your head voice. So your vocal folds will be stretching and stretching and stretching to get that high note. And in return, your vocal fold closure will become thinner and thinner and thinner. And that is very normal. This is exactly what should be happening. However, we can strengthen that volume and that sound for it to be a bit more cut through with resonance, with the way we shape the vowels, etc., etc. But this is a good example of head voice and falsetto in action. And I've also done a lesson on Chihiro on Sing It to the World, so go ahead and check it out. After this video, I will leave you the link in the description. So far we looked at chest voice and Adele, Set Fire to the Rain example, and head voice and falsetto, and Billie Eilish Chihiro example. Two completely different examples, right? Very strong contrast to Adele's very grounded kind of chest voice and Billie Eilish's very light and floaty kind of tone in Chihiro. Now let's merge chest voice and head voice, and here we are. This is our mixed voice example, and this is a recent lesson I did here on Sing It to the World, and it is Kpop Demon Hunters' Golden Song, which uses a lot of very strong mixed voice. So let's have a look at it. So what do we remember? We remember that mixed voice, your vocal folds come together about 70%. What does that mean? That means that we still get the strength, yeah, of chest voice, together with the brightness and resonance of head voice, okay? This is why it's called mixed, because it's got both things going. Mixed voice is a really amazing vocal register because it lets you belt really high notes safely. You're not going to be tensing and shouting, you know, pulling your chest voice higher. That is unhealthy to do, and it's not really a sustainable way to belt in the long run. Resonance wise, remember we want it to be right here in the mask, right here in the middle of your face, okay? We don't want it up there, we don't want it to be too grounded, it needs to be a mix of both. And remember we did gee gee gee, didn't we? Gee 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 gee, find it for me again. Remember to bring a bit more support in if you feel like it's too breathy, but don't overdo it. We're not doing that, yeah? We're not squeezing. Lovely. Now, Golden uses a ton of mixed voice, so make sure to check my lesson on it because that's probably one of the most detailed lessons I've ever done here on Sing It to the World. It's got lots and lots of vocal techniques that I break down individually. Ooh. And give you exercises to train those techniques too. Let's look at the chorus. So it's we're going up, up, up. It's our moment, is your lyric. So to start with, let's do it on G. Cool. Now, we're going up, up, up. It's our moment. And this is how you sound powerful, bright, resonant, and strong on higher notes. You bring mixed voice in. Remember what I said earlier, yeah? If you're struggling with mixed voice, because it can be a struggle to find it in you, okay? You absolutely should look at doing it on head voice first, and then you're going to be slowly moving the resonance and bringing a bit more support in as you practice it, as you sing it. And we're ticking all our boxes, aren't we? We have this 70% of vocal fold closure on mixed voice on the It's very forward, yeah, it's bright, it's here, it's not there, but it's not also grounded like chest voice, it's somewhere in the middle. The reason why I didn't just focus on resonance and how it feels today, although it's incredibly important, can be very helpful, I also wanted to give you a real physical vocal fold example of what's going on in your voice box, yeah, in your larynx when you sing using these registers, so that you can understand the coordination on a muscular level, and so that you can use it to improve all these registers. Use mum for chest voice, use coo for head voice, and for mixed voice to train those registers. And remember that I'm going to leave you all the exercises in the description below. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful. Please make sure to give this video a like and share, and subscribe to Sing It to the World for more videos. Also remember that I offer you a ton of free vocal resources on my website singittotheworld.com and here on my YouTube channel, so make sure to check them out too. All the links will be in the description. Also don't forget to subscribe to my email newsletter where I send you vocal tips completely free of charge every single week to help you improve your voice in a nice and healthy way. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.